You don't have them separated out. You don't know which coupons you're supposed to use at which store. It's just a mess. You're gonna be a mess, girl. Hey my Sky Savers, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim and this is World of Sky, a world for women and moms looking to save money and get the most bang for your buck. And today we're talking about 6 things that you should do if you want to get started couponing. I talk to so many people that want to get started couponing, but they just get so intimidated by everything. And trust me, that's understandable, okay? I understand. I was intimidated at first too. Now that I have over 10 years under my belt, I'm going to simplify some things for you today. So let's talk about the 6 things that you need to do to get started. The first thing that you want to do is plan. You have to plan your couponing hauls before you go to the store. You need to know what stores you're going to go to, what coupons you're going to use, what items the coupons qualify for, and if you need to have multiple transactions. You need to know all of this information before you go to the store. You also need to know how much things should cost you in the end, so what your final out-of-pocket cost will be for the items that you're couponing for. Couponing isn't hard, it just does take planning. And so you need to put together a plan. Planning drastically reduces mistakes that you make while on your couponing hauls, and it also can reduce any amounts of stress or anxiety that you have about the couponing haul. It's not something you just want to wake up in the morning and say,
you know what, I'm going couponing today. Yeah.
You don't have a plan, you don't have any coupons, it's just not going to work. So always make a plan. The next thing that you need to do is start with one store.
One store
at a time. Don't try to do these massive hauls at several different stores when you're first getting started. You will make mistakes and you will get overwhelmed. I guarantee it. How do I know that? Because I have tried it.
I've been there and done that.
It didn't work. I got overwhelmed and I made a lot of mistakes, and I don't want you to do that. So instead, I suggest that you pick one store in your area and learn how to coupon there first. So maybe it's your favorite store, or maybe it's the only store in your area, depending on where you live. But whatever store it is, pick one store, focus on that store, master that store, and then you can move on to the next store. I'm interested to know what store you would like to start couponing at first. So leave me a comment below and let me know what's your favorite store to coupon at, or if you're new to couponing, what store you want to learn at first. The third thing that you need to do is be organized. So we already talked about having a plan, and that's great. But if you're not organized, you don't have your coupons with you, you don't have them separated out, you don't know which coupons you're supposed to use at which store, it's just a mess. You're going to be a mess, girl. Don't do that. You need to be organized. So the first thing that comes with that is just don't forget your coupons. That's the first thing. I have forgotten my coupons, and it's not so bad if you just forget them in the car, but if you forget them at home, it's all messed up. So don't do that. The first thing is to remember to take your coupons with you. Also, have your coupons separated by store so that you know which store the coupons should be used at. And within that, if you're doing multiple transactions, make sure you've separated out each transaction so that when you get to the cashier, you're not all confused and there's more mistakes happening because everything is all disorganized. Have everything separated out and have a good understanding of what needs to be done when you go. And then when you get in that store, you go straight for those coupon items and get what you need to get and get to the register, and you start putting your items on the belt in an organized fashion that matches the coupons that you have. This is going to reduce mistakes, and this is going to reduce your frustration, and it's going to help the cashier out. If you know what you're doing, because sometimes they don't. That's a secret. Sometimes the cashiers don't have any clue about these coupons. So you need to know what you're doing in order to help them, and everything will run smoothly. The fourth thing that you need to do is to learn that store's coupon policy. Every store is different, their policy is different.
It's annoying.
It can be a bit frustrating. It'll be much easier if they could all be the same, but they're not. So you have to do your part and learn the policy for every store that you want to coupon at. So some of the things that you'll want to look out for in the policy and be aware of is if they allow coupons to be stacked, what their coupon limit is, what coupons they accept, what coupons they don't allow, and so on and so forth. So you really want to become familiar with those things before you even step foot in that store trying to coupon. And to help you, I have a guide where I put together all of the policies for the most common coupon stores, and you can download this free guide. The link is in the description box, but you can download the guide and print it off and start reading the stores that are in your area or the stores that you think you may want to start couponing at. It's super, super helpful to have all this information in one place, and then you can also take it with you to the store in case there's any questions or issues with the cashier. You'll be able to have their policy readily available to show them. The fifth thing that you want to do is to start with small hauls.
Small hauls.
Don't go in there thinking you're about to be an extreme couponing and have 5 carts full of stuff. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Well, I won't say that it can't happen, but it's not likely. I don't recommend that you try doing that because so many things could just go wrong. Instead, try doing small but impactful hauls. So maybe you start with like 10 items and you use a maximum of 10 coupons in that transaction. Start there. It's simple, but you're still getting 10 items in that transaction that you've couponed for. So that's a good place to start. This way things are more manageable for you. You don't want to get overwhelmed and get nervous and end up paying like full price for the item because because you're trying to do too much at one time. So instead, go small, get comfortable, get confident in your couponing, and then once you've done that, you go to bigger hauls. It's that simple. Okay, the last tip I have for you is not to buy ridiculous amounts of like one item. I'm kind of guilty of this, but the caveat is you want to try to avoid buying a ton of a certain item just because it's such a good deal if you and your family cannot use it before it expires or you don't have anyone to give it to. So if you meet those two caveats, don't just pick up things if you don't have anyone to give it to or that you can't use them yourself. So if you come across a great deal where you can get 25 denture cleaner tablets for free and you don't have dentures or you don't know anybody with dentures, you might want to avoid picking that up. Or if you do grab it, which I likely would actually grab those items, then you can actually donate them and give them away to a senior citizen home or maybe a church that has seniors that are in need. And so that is one way that you can still feel satisfied by getting those items that could be free or even items that you actually get paid to buy. And then you can give it to those who would actually need it. But I do not suggest buying a bunch of items that you don't use or can't give to people if it's actually costing you a lot of money. Not a lot of money, but if it's costing you money at all, because then now you start to go outside of your budget within couponing, and that defeats the whole purpose of couponing. So if it's free or it's 50 cents or even $1 sometimes, grab it and donate it. If it's more than that, I would just shy away from it and move on to the things that you could use. If you're interested in learning more about couponing, I have a free online course that you can register for. The link can be found in the description box below. So check that out if you're wanting to get started and start implementing some of these things that we discussed today. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you get notified of new videos that I upload. And I do upload videos every single week, and they're all pertaining to how you can save money in some fashion. So that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy saving!